Our ambassador today is from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and comes to me as a special request from our sales consultants, Matt and Emma, who think the world of him. Dave Kneier is a teacher, a profession he says he knew he wanted to pursue even at the tender age of 13. His specialty is German, and he has a degree from Lebanon Valley College. After 24 years on the job, Dave's still passionate about it. His joke is that he teaches for free, he just gets the paycheck for all the paperwork that goes along with it. For fun, Dave bikes, hikes, writes poetry, and makes music with his family and his church praise band. Now, as many of us are, Dave is a mutt. Growing up, his cultural experiences were mostly closely tied to his Pennsylvania Dutch heritage, but there is some Scottish and Irish deep inside, and it seems like it was just waiting for the right time to burst out. The first clue? Well, back in 1995, Dave saw this small, little-known art film known as Braveheart. He says that started a strong affinity for kilts and also bloody, historically inaccurate epics. Okay, so fast forward a few years. Dave has got his degree, he's married his college sweetheart, Sarah, and put down roots. Sarah herself was interested in playing the bagpipes. Now, where do you go to buy bagpipes in Pennsylvania? Why, USA Kilts, of course. Except that by the time Dave and Sarah visited us, we'd stopped selling them. So I personally apologize for that grave oversight. Sorry, Sarah. Anyway, as Dave puts it, it was September of 2022. Sarah was beginning her adventure in the world of bagpiping. I hadn't known that USA Kilts existed and was thrilled at the chance to take a look at some kilts in person. She was disappointed by the lack of bagpipes. I, however, was a kid in a candy store. I was finally able to get measured and try on a kilt, and I left that day wearing a Kilts Culture casual. The following Monday, Dave kilted up for school. He says he got a lot of odd looks and many questions, but every interaction was positive. The students, his colleagues, and even the administrators really liked the look. And the very next weekend, Dave attended his first ever Scottish festival. Dave basically fell hard for kilts, and his old love of Celtic culture kind of exploded. Seems the time was just right. You see, when he got that first kilt, Dave had just lost over 100 pounds. He needed a whole new wardrobe anyway. Seems the gods of the kilt were smiling on him. Dave currently owns 25 kilts, in fact, and he's become a true ambassador. He even convinced a student at his school to wear his father's kilt to celebrate the last day of school. All this from a gent who only confirmed his Celtic ancestry through a DNA test very, very recently. As Dave says, I'm definitely a Pennsylvania Dutchman at heart, but I'm glad to celebrate Celtic heritage too, though my own blood ties to it are a bit tenuous. At first, I wrestled with worries about cultural appropriation, but I quickly moved past that. I'm not trying to pretend to be a Scotsman. I'm just celebrating one of the great gifts the Scots have shared with the world. Dave says for him, another beautiful side of kilting is how it has taken an introvert like himself and given him confidence and joy in interacting with others. Not a day goes by without some kind of positive affirmation, and he loves that. Dave also appreciates how kilts are anti-fast fashion, and I really appreciate him saying that too. His advice to new kilt wearers? Kilt on. And if you run into gatekeepers who disparage your kilt game, remember that they are just a small and small-minded minority. Thanks a lot, Dave.